Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to discuss about the uses of present continuous tense or present progressive tense in English. Okay, so I hope all are doing good at home, stay healthy and have a beautiful day ahead. Moving on to the topic today. When we come to present continuous tense or present progressive tense, as we all know, the sense of this usage actually conveys the meaning that an action is continuing right now. So that is a basic interpretation of this particular tense. Okay, so this tense emphasizes continuing nature of an action, an event or a condition. For example, if I say I'm recording a video, okay, she is teaching, or if I say he is jumping, then that means that this activity is right now going on. Are you getting it? When we come to the structure of this particular tense form, the basic structure is actually subject plus is or am or are plus ing form of the verb. Okay, then of course if you have object in the sentence, it will come after that. So the structure is actually like this: subject plus is or am or are plus ing form of the verb and object. And I believe that you already know what is a subject, what is a verb and what is an object. We have already handled detailed ideas about the same in our former videos. Okay, but anyway, if we look onto an example for the structure that is given over here, the example goes like this. Let's take it again. He is jumping. Okay, he is jumping. So you see, you have the subject, that is he, because the sentence is actually talking about that particular person, he. Okay, so that is the subject. Then we have a verb over here, the action carrying verb. Okay, action carrying word, that is the verb inside a sentence. Okay, so jumping is actually the action carrying verb. You know, there is also another method. If you can't identify the verb in a sentence, only a verb has V1, V2 and V3 form. Okay, no other words inside a sentence, inside the part of a sentence or parts of a sentence will have this V1, V2, V3. So if you cannot identify which is the action carrying word, then you just see which word actually has this V1, V2 and V3 form. For example, if you take jump, we have jump, jumped, jumped. Am I correct? So that is the verb. So according to our structure, he is jumping. And over here, see, I have seen while going through many answer scripts. So all of us know this particular structure, but when we employ it, when we put it into a sentence, we often make some mistakes. Okay, especially students, okay, younger ones, they make a mistake like many a time they actually move out of the rule within it. Okay, consider this sentence that we have taken over here. He is jumping. Just because he is a singular subject, we are actually making use of is jumping over here. Jumping, that actually conveys the continuity. Okay, but whether you have to make use of is or am or are, okay, that particular combination is or am or are plus ing, that is the structure which represents this continuity. Are you getting it? But whether you have to make use of is, am or are, that actually depends upon the subject. Okay, the subject of the sentence. So again, here comes the importance of subjects, and I believe you have already by hearted what are the subjects. We have, I'm just repeating, okay, we have already discussed this in our former sessions, but anyway, I'm repeating. We have two sets of subjects, singular subjects and plural subjects. Okay, so singular subjects are he, she, it, everybody, and whole set of words. Okay, everybody, everyone, etc, etc, etc. Then boy, girl, pen, pencil, okay, name of an institution, organization, name of a person, okay, man or a woman. All these are singular subjects. Okay, and what are the plural subjects? Yeah, we had discussed a key. I, you, they, we. Okay, that's the key. So we have I, you, they, we. Then boys, girls. Okay, all the subjects which are represented in the plural form are the plural subjects. Okay, so the rule over here is, the tip over here of this particular session is, if you are making use of singular subjects, then only you can make use of is. In our statement, he is jumping, he is a singular subject. That is why we make use of is together with the he. Okay, he is jumping. But if our sentence has they as a subject, then they are jumping. That will be the sentence. Are you getting it? So the tip is, if the subject is singular, then you have to make use of is plus ing. If the subject is plural, then you have to make use of are plus ing. And I believe you will not be confused if you are making use of am, because am always goes with I. I needed to comment upon that. Okay, so a few more other examples about the same area. He is jumping, she is jumping. Okay, Rama is jumping. Then if I get to plural, I am jumping. Okay, then you are jumping, they are jumping, boys are jumping, girls are jumping, etc. Okay, these are the simple ways of making use of this particular tense. So we all know the usage of this particular tense like that. But moving beyond this particular case, we actually make use of this tense, that is present continuous tense, in some other cases too. For example, so the first case is, of course, we actually use this tense in order to denote the actions which are happening now. Okay, actions which are happening now. Then the second case is, this tense is actually used to denote temporary actions. Okay, so you are not commenting upon a permanent situation, just a temporary action. Then the fourth one is this, you can again make use of this particular tense to talk about fixed plans or intentions or actions which will happen in the near future. Are you getting it? Then another case is, nowadays, you might have noticed it, okay, while in between, especially in between advertisements and all, we have the usage of this particular tense very often. Okay, for example, so the fourth case is trends. In order to represent trends, okay, in the society, we also make use of this particular tense. We will get on to examples. Okay, then the last case is, of course, longer actions in progress. In order to represent longer actions in progress, you can again make use of what? This particular tense. Okay, present progressive tense. So moving on to each and every one. Okay, let us check out some examples. Example for the first case, okay, that is as I discussed just now, actions which are happening now. For example, if I say he is recording a video, okay, the boy is attending online class, she is teaching. You're getting it? These are all examples for the actions which are happening now. Okay, so when the subjects are actually really performing these actions in real time, they can make use of such statements. Then moving on to temporary situations. Okay, this is actually a point in which we actually give too much of importance, in the sense like I believe I had literally shared this in a former video too, but anyway, because the tense actually comes over here, I'm repeating it. Okay, see, if at all somebody asks you what are you doing right now, okay, and most of us in our situation, you might be working, okay, somewhere. So if that is the case, I think many of us answer like this. Okay, I'm working. Okay, for example, I'm working as a teacher in this particular institution. But remember, if your position or the job is permanent, then you shouldn't make use of this working. Are you getting it? So if you make use of this working, for example, she is working in the airport. Okay, she is working in the airport. That means that her position over there is temporary. Okay, so if that person can say that I work in the airport, so that means that she is working over there. Her post is permanent. Are you getting it? So in order to represent actions temporarily, you can again talk about, you can again use this present continuous tense. Another example is, if I say she is staying in this room for 2 weeks. Okay, she is staying in this room for 2 weeks, or she is staying here temporarily. Are you getting it? Both convey the same sense. Then moving on to the next idea, which is of course the fixed plans or intentions, or those actions which will happen in the near future. I can say that an example is, see, I'm going out, okay, after work today. I am going out after work today. So don't you feel like I'm talking actually about a fixed plan that I have, that again talk about my intentions, or this is something that is going to happen in the future. So you can again replace the usage of a future tense by making use of. We are actually unknowingly doing all these things. Okay, when we just concentrate on the structure and its usage and all, we are restating it, but we are literally making use of all these things. And another case is, we are leaving early tomorrow. Okay, we are leaving early tomorrow. So over here too, we have of course a keyword which again talk about the action is actually going to happen in the future, tomorrow. And you look onto the example, we are leaving early tomorrow. We are making use of the progressive tense, and it actually represents something in the future, near future of course. Okay, then the next case is that of trends. Okay, if I say the example, more and more people are using mobiles to access Facebook. Okay, so this might be a sentence that you have already seen. Okay, of course, years and years before, more and more people are using their phones for accessing Facebook. You're getting it? And another case is, people are choosing their style, okay, out of the advertisements in the social media. People are choosing their styles out of the advertisements in social media. Over here too, we are actually talking about trends. Okay, trend is actually something that is that is present right now, that is actually in progress right now. I mean, they correct. So you can make use of literally this particular tense to represent trends in the society. And the next case is the longer actions in progress. For example, if I say she is studying to become a doctor. Okay, she is studying to become a doctor. See the sense that is conveyed. We always say that this continuous tense is actually used to talk about an action which actually take place at the moment of happening. But you just look over here, this is again used to represent longer actions in progress. She is studying, that idea is there. Okay, she is studying, but it actually is a longer, it is actually taking longer time. I mean, they correct. Okay, she is studying to become a doctor. Then next is, he is practicing, okay, to participate in Olympics. He is practicing to participate in Olympics. Over here too, Okay, it actually involves longer action, okay, which is actually in progress. So I believe I have literally discussed more than enough examples for you. One more idea that I would like to add to is, see, when we discussed about future tenses in one of our earlier videos, we discussed that apart from the common usage of future tense, okay, subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object, you can again make use of going to combination. Okay, so without will and shall also you can represent a sentence in future. Okay, so this was the second case that I had referred over the going to. I'm going to consult a doctor. That has a future sense. I'm in a correct. But anyway, when we come down to this particular tense, present continuous tense, you know what? Present continuous tense is many a times interchangeable with going to. Okay, so the point here, of course, we had actually, involved the idea when we discussed about that fixed plan, intentions and actions which are happening in the near future, okay, in that particular usage. But anyway, coming over here, instead of going to or in the model of going to, you can again make use of this particular tense. For example, if I say, I am driving to the mall this afternoon. I'm driving to the mall this afternoon. So this again talks about the future tense. Then one more idea that you have to keep in mind is this. As we had discussed that in many places you can make use of this continuous tense to also talk about actions which will happen in the near future or fixed plans or intentions that you have. You shouldn't make use of this particular continuous tense when talking about snow, die, sick or rain. Okay, snow, die, sick or rain. Just because these are unpredictable in nature. So keep this idea in mind. So I hope all the ideas that we have discussed are clear with you. We will be doing more videos which will be very helpful for you to correct your English, and this video is one among the episode, okay, of auto correct yourself. Keep watching. Thank you.